Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're here to share my thoughts and my preview on the North London derby this Sunday, 4:30 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So let's get straight into it. Everywhere we go, it's Tottenham boys stacking up and noise everywhere we go. Getting straight into the game, guys, we know it's going to be a cagey one. Arsenal are currently sitting 11 points above us. Looking at the head-to-head in the last 5, we've won 2 and lost 3. The last time we went to the Emirates, we got obliterated. We lost 3-1. Emerson Royale got sent off. We let in the early goal from Partey. Xhaka scored, and then Jesus, and then we all fell apart. So hopefully we can take the points off of them, get a bit of ground, because we really need to close that gap. We've been on shocking form recently, but we've won our last 2. The last one being Portsmouth in the FA Cup, and before that beating Palace away 4-0. We were poor in the first half, but we came out in the second half much better, as we have been the whole season. Beat them 4-0, kept the clean sheet, so we really need to keep that run of momentum going towards this game. Looking at the team news, starting off with Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus is still injured. He got injured in Qatar at the World Cup. I think he'll still be out for a month or so he won't be available. Bukayo Saka, he went off injured in the Oxford game. I don't think it was a major injury, but he's not going to be fully fit, so I think he could potentially start, but he may be carrying a niggle, so hopefully he's not at his top form. Moving on to us now, guys. Kulusevski and Bentancur will both be available for match selection, so we need to see them both starting, particularly Bentancur, because our midfield recently has been looking really poor. Right, so moving on to our tactics and how we need to line up for this game. We need to have a strong backline. We need Christian Romero to be commanding that backline also, because Arsenal have been relentless this season. They've lost 1, drew 2 and won 14, so we cannot afford to let an early goal in. The midfield is very important. In my opinion, that's one of Arsenal's strongest positions. They've got Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard. They know how to control a game, and we need to close that off from the get-go and not let an early goal in. I'm hoping Bentancur will be back to do a job in that midfield. Recently, Harry Kane has been adopting a further back, deeper position, sitting closer to midfield, but today we need to stick him right at the top. Keep Bentancur in midfield and feed him the service, and hopefully he can get an early chance and get that goal. I think if we go with 3-4-2, Conte will start Højbjerg and Bentancur in the midfield. When they played together at the beginning of the season, it was very free-flowing and forward football, so I think that's what Conte is going to go with. Looking at our attack, we need Son, Kane and Kulusevski to all be on good form and all be playing their respective roles today. We need Harry Kane to be that physical striker and stay right up there. Sonny will be creative and feeding in chances, and we know Kulusevski is strong and fast, so he's going to be down the wing, whipping the balls in. Now, guys, I've put my combined 11 together for the North London derby, so let's check that out. I'm going to start off with the formation. I'm going to do a 3-4-3, maybe coming from more of a biased position, being a Tottenham fan myself. But that's Conte's formation, and that's what I'm going to go with. Starting off in goal, I'm going to go Lloris over Ramsdale every day of the week for me. Lloris just has bags of experience. He's won the World Cup. He's been to another World Cup final. If you look at Ramsdale and his CV, he's been relegated multiple times from lower down leagues. Lloris has been at the club for over 10 years, so that's what I'm sticking in there. Heading on to defence on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Romero. What a signing he was for Tottenham. He saved us multiple times this season. He's won the World Cup. He's our most solid defender at the moment, and I'm hoping we can reinforce that in this January window. In the centre, I'm going to go with Saliba. What a signing he was for Arsenal. I wasn't sure how good he'd be coming from the French league. It takes a while to adapt to Premier League, but he's done really well and he's a solid centre-back. And on the left centre-back, I'm going to go with Gabriel. Gabriel and Saliba's link-up this season has been quality. And just looking at other options, if you're picking Davinson Sanchez or Dyer, I think Gabriel will go over them every day of the week. Moving to the left-hand side of the pitch now, on that left wing-back position, I'm going to go for Ivan Perisic. Ivan Perisic has been so versatile for us. He can play further up, he can play towards the middle of the pitch, but the most important thing is he can get back when we need him to defend. So he's my option in the left wing back. Right wing back now, I'm going to go for Tomiyasu. You could argue that that's Tottenham's weakest position. Obviously, we've had Emerson Royale playing the majority of the games. Matt Doherty, though, has come leaps and bounds since we've signed him. He's even scored a goal against Palace, but I think Tomiyasu just nicks it in that position. And on right centre mid, we're going to go for Martin Odegaard. So far this season, he's been one of Arsenal's best players, in my opinion. He reminds me a bit of Christian Eriksen when he was in his prime at Tottenham. So he's going to be my right centre mid. And to partner across with him on that left centre mid, I'm going to go for Bentancur. He's injured at the moment, but there's rumours, and Conte has said in a press conference that he'll be back for this Arsenal game, and I think he'll be an important player. He's been a big game player for us so far. We only signed him with Kulusevski less than a year ago now, and he's really taken to us very well. Before we look at the front line, so far in this combined 11, I've picked 4 Arsenal players, 4 Tottenham players. We're going to kick off the front line on the left-hand side with Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son plays pretty well in North London derbies. He's a Golden Boot winner last year. He brings creativity into our front line. So I think it's a no-brainer for him to be in the side. And on the right wing position of my combined 11, I'm going to go with Dejan Kulusevski. It may be a controversial one.
A lot of people may be picking Saka ahead of him in this team, but in my opinion, Dejan Kulusevski has been the missing piece to the puzzle in our front three. And since he's come in this season, he's made a massive impact. He's tall, he's agile, and he's been very good so far this season. So I'm really looking forward to him coming back. He's also injured, so his first game back being the North London derby, let's hope he has a good performance. And the final player in my combined 11 has to be Harry Kane, the cherry on top of the cake. He's a top scorer in the North London derby with 14 goals, and if he scores one more goal for Tottenham, he's joint with Jimmy Greaves as the top scorer in all time. So I'm really hoping he can do that on Sunday.
That was my combined 11. Let me know down below in the comments if you think I stayed fair. I think I stayed pretty unbiased in that, to be honest. Moving on to the final segment now, my prediction for the game this Sunday. How do I think it's going to go? I think we're going to get the win. I'm going to stay positive. As I said, it's a North London derby. Form always goes out the window. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I think Harry Kane's going to get the double. He needs to be scoring goals right now. I think he's going to score 2, overtake Jimmy Greaves, get 266 goals. I know how disciplined and hungry Harry Kane is going to be this Sunday to get goals. At the end of the day, he's the top scorer in the North London derby, so he's going to be staying at the top, looking for that service. I have a feeling it's going to be an end-to-end game. My nightmare is that we concede an early goal, because chasing Arsenal and getting the win is going to be very difficult. But I'm sure Arsenal will want the 3 points. They'll want to stay comfortably at the top of the league, especially as they know Man City will be hunting them down. Looking at our run of games, got Man City away, Fulham away, and then Manchester City at home. Looking at Arsenal's run of games though, they've got Man United, Man City in the FA Cup. I was buzzing when that got drawn. And then they've got Everton and Brentford, which I'm sure they'll be looking to pick up some points there. Both of us have very difficult run of games, but we're both going to be playing our strongest side this Sunday. We need to if we have any chance of getting the points away from them. Right, so that was my preview of the North London derby this Sunday, 4:30 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm going to be there, guys. Make sure you're subscribed with post notifications so you don't miss out on my vlog. Let me know if you're going to go down below in the comments. Also, let me know your predictions. I'm nervous, but I'm going to stay confident, get this 2-1 win. Come on, you Spurs.